Question for you. Are you paying attention to your thoughts? Do you know what's happening in your mind? Are you aware of what you're thinking and the thoughts that come in and go and how you deal with that? Usually what we do is we keep getting bombarded by negative thoughts and this narrative in the background. Are you aware of it? Now, where I am is right by the river here, and you see that there is a flow in the river. There is not a moment or a second or a millisecond that river stands still. It's continuously flowing. Now, think about your thoughts. When they come in, do you grab into it and you ride with it down the river? Or that you let it go, like throwing a leaf on the surface of this river and let it take that leaf away from your mind? That's what you need to do. That's what I did. That's what I'm trying to do every day. And trust me when I say that to you. It's such a freeing feeling that you don't get attached to any thoughts. You'll have it, but don't get attached to it. So the question I ask you first, it's all the questions that I have been asking of myself. So, and the first time that I did was a few years ago. That why is it that I continuously over certain thoughts? And usually we're all negative. Usually we're all this illusion. And there was something not very good about it. It was just heavy, always inside. And I realized that I'm missing what is out here, what is in the external world, the relationship around me, my children, my friends, my family. So now this is the challenge for you. I'm asking you, are you aware of your thoughts? And if you are aware, that's fantastic. But if you are not aware or want to become more aware, I suggest to you to start paying attention and start practicing that focus of attention. And for me, it has been the meditation. And there's no religious connotation to that. It is just basically learning how to meditate or to stay focused. There are many varieties of that, and what I do, I basically try to find an anchor, and usually it's my heartbeat or my breath. And every time a thought comes in, I simply acknowledge it and let it go. And that's it. And the more you practice that, just like anything else, you'll get better and better at it. It's an amazing thing. It is an amazing feeling. And by the way, it's an ongoing thing. So don't think that once you do it once, you're good at it. It needs to be repeated and repeated and repeated in however many ways, for years, for decades, needs to be done. So think of this river. I have a story for you. The first time I learned how to meditate, it took me 4 hours. 4 hours, but in my mind, it was minutes. Why? Because the moment I started, within 4 seconds, that's the usual timeline where the mind starts thinking. And I was in a very, very rough spot, very dark place. And the thought came in, I grabbed onto it and ran with it and created a new world. A world that wasn't real, but it was full of pain, sorrow, lots of assumptions. Of course, we catastrophize things. That's nature of human being. And I didn't know that. And when I opened my eyes, I assumed that it would just been 10 to 20 minutes. But it was about 4 hours. It was 8 a.m. I started. When I opened my eyes, fully aware. I looked at the clock and I thought my clock is broken. But in fact, it was not. So, just like this river, the thought came and grabbed me and dragged me with it for 4.5 hours. And I have to say that at first I was quite angry. I was disappointed in myself. Like, I'm a disciplined person. My whole history, I've been a very disciplined person. If I wanted to do something, I would always do it. But then I realized that how badly I failed. And then later, once I continued with my education and understanding and learning about the meditation and what it means, what it's supposed to do and what it really means, then I realized that no, that day was the best day ever. That was the beginning of the awareness, the beginning of me moving forward to that first step into a life of freedom from thoughts and narratives. So 6 years later, I'm standing before you, and I can tell you that I'm still doing the same thing, but I don't get caught up in many thoughts. Sometimes I fail, just like before, but not 4 hours, maybe 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. But that's okay. That's okay. And at least I know that once I become aware, I bring back my attention, my awareness to my breath, my anchor, whatever the anchor is for you. It could be light. Some people light a candle and they stare at the candle light. Sometimes they listen to a sound, but mostly it has to be a focus of attention in some sort. So when you do this, you notice that every day you get better and better and better at it. So think of this river. And every time you come up with a thought, think of it as a river that comes in and the river is taking it away. But you're not going to go with that river. So don't get attached to that thought. And then there will be another thought comes in. There will be another one and another one. And every time it does, that is the nature of our mind. Our mind is built to thinking, the same as our heart. That doesn't know anything but to pump and beat. You cannot stop it. So the only thing you can do, you can now choose to attach the thought that comes through or let it go. And you practice that 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, and slowly, 20 minutes a day. And then it becomes more and more. And it is scientifically proven now. It's the neuroscience behind that's just caught up. It's incredible. So you can't refute that anymore. No one can. So I suggest to you to start paying attention to your thoughts and observe your thoughts. And wherever it takes you, good or bad, by the way, that doesn't really matter. But the practice of controlling controlling the attachment that you have to that specific thought, that is the trap. You need to be able to get out of any thoughts at any moment as you choose. But first, you need to be aware of it. Now, what does it do for your real world application? Because at the end of the day, we need to socialize. We need to interact with our world, with our colleagues, with our family, with our children. And this profoundly affects how we pay attention to them. Profoundly. Have you ever noticed when sometimes we have a conversation and the person is talking, but we are actually thinking about something else? I'm the first person to admit that. Well, ever since I started doing this meditation technique, this focus attention practice, it has made me to be more present with people around me, with the external world, even though where I am and it doesn't have anybody around me, but I am more present because now I can look up and see the trees and leaves and the birds, and I can hear them, and I can hear the wind through the leaves. Before it wasn't like that. Before I would walk through hours and hours of hiking or forested area or beautiful parks, never noticing anything. Why? Because I was slave to my thoughts, and I did not see. I looked, but I never saw any of the things around. And with the loved ones too. For the most part, I like to say that I paid attention, but oftentimes I didn't, because there were many, many narratives and thoughts were going on, either positive, negative, future, past, doesn't matter, planning. I mean, a life of a teacher. Think about that. So I want to share this video, my experience with you, as a guide, and then maybe the stepping stone for you to start even thinking about it. And next time, let's see if you can catch yourself being in thoughts, maybe for minutes, maybe for tens of minutes, when you're driving your car, when you're walking your dog, when you are chatting with your significant others or family members or neighbors or colleagues. Just observe your thoughts, and then from that point on, you make a decision how you're gonna change that so that you have now control of what you allow in, and so that you can manage the external world much better, because you have a control of internal world. This is internal world, right here and right here, and they're connected. All right, we'll chat again. I have more questions for you.